So I have two short clips for you here, and the first one is just how to shape a place command. Super basic, but the idea of shaping is just you're not luring a dog into position with food. You're not putting it on their nose and guiding their head and making them sit, making them down into very specific positions. You're just kind of letting them figure it out on their own, which I think is super powerful. Both methods are great. You know, they have their pros and cons, but with the free shaping method, the dog has to think. It has to think, what do you want? What can I do to produce the reward? Because I have the food. We are using food, but we're just simply marking and rewarding when we get the things that we want. So it depends on how you want to do it and what the dog is capable of. But in this case, we're just using the place bed. I got them on a small leash and I'm just guiding them over to the bed. I'm trying to use minimal guidance, but I'm kind of just using my body, getting a little closer until the dog goes on. I mark it and reward it. You might have to break it down into steps where it's the dog just looks at the bed, mark and reward. The dog takes one step towards the bed, mark and reward. The dog puts one paw on the bed, mark and reward. And then the dog puts all four on the bed and you mark and reward. That's kind of an example of how you break it down. In this case, I mean, a pretty big dog is comfortable about, with going on beds and stuff. So it really wasn't that hard to get her to, pick up on that real quick. But the dog thinks about doing something, they do it, and then boom, they get marked and they get paid for it. That's huge for the dog. Luring is great, especially when you're getting to really technical things. It's good to know how to do both. So this is an example of how to do that. And it's great with the place command because it really makes them think. It ultimately will make them go away from you, which is very important in dog training. Come to us to get good stuff, but also go away from us to get good stuff. That works out really well, that complement of those. And then the second video is just, to be honest, I don't even remember what I did, if I actually set a command. I don't think we were to that point yet. I think I was just trying to communicate with the dog. Hey, go up there, good stuff happens. And then when I tell you to get off, using break, get off and you get rewarded. So I put the dog up there and I don't say break and I just start moving away and the dog gets off, which is, expected. I just simply say or no, and I just put her right back on, and then I continue to back up again, and she gets the picture. So I think it's just an example of how to start scaling things up, with duration and distance, but also just how to communicate with your dog. I'm not getting mad, and it's something that I expected. I expected her to get off, and I simply just put her back on. There's nothing I can say in that moment to tell her what to do. I'm just going to use my body, grab the leash if necessary, and put her back on. So here's two short clips. Let's check them out. So here's our shaping. I'm not going to say anything other than mark. So using my body, just getting her to figure out. There it is, mark and reward. You can also, when you give that yes, have the reward, have her get off the bed and feed her. I just didn't in that case. And then I think I have to just do one more rep, but let her figure it out. And there she goes. I don't think I had any more food at that point, so I just gave her a pet instead. But normally you would just mark food. But I think we were towards the end here, and I wanted to have him record. And then in this time, so I put her on there. I don't think we're using the word yet. I think we just put her on there. She gets off, and I just don't say anything. There's nothing to say in the moment other than like or no, quick no. Then I just use my body, guide her back to the bed, not be able to back up much farther. So this is just a good example of how you should be communicating with your dogs. Dogs communicate through body language, through the movement of your body. You have a great tool with the leash. There's so many different things you can do other than talk, and people will talk way too much to their dogs. And you can see here, she clearly got the picture. So that's the bottom line. Talk with your body, not your voice.
I made her stay there. It was good.